So usually when people do reactions to music and stuff, it's like a first-time reaction. This is not a first-time reaction. I've listened to this song like 80 times. So definitely not a first-time reaction. But whatever, I'm going to do it anyway. We'll pretend it's the first time. How about that? I'll act totally shocked and surprised by everything that happens. This is Marilyn Manson's new song, As Sick as the Secrets Within, music video. Here we go. Whoa! Holy fucking I can't believe it! All right. So I've heard a lot of people speculate that these images here on the screen are like AI generated. And they definitely have that look and vibe. They're still pretty cool. I mean, I'm not like an AI art hater. I know a lot of people are, though. So, but they definitely have an AI generated vibe. But I don't know for sure. Well, I mean, Manson has been accused of being like a Nazi sympathizer and stuff. So, I mean, it does go right into what Vosh has said about how AI art is beloved by fascists. Because, you know, Manson, possible closet fascist, AI art in the background of his video. Because, of course, fascists hate art. And if there's one thing you know about Marilyn Manson, art hater. Big time. Hates art. Despises art. Hey, if you like this clip, you might like the full stream, which I do every Sunday, more or less, over on the Pessimist Productions Patreon, link down below. Thank you kindly. This is no longer just my communion. So, when Manson appeared on that show, The New Pope, and he looked like a fucking goth bullfrog, it was apparent to me like, oh, Manson's age is really catching up to him. And now I feel like he's caught back up to it and lapped it. Because he looks in this video the same way he did when he was like 30. And I guess it probably helps when you're able to cake on a bunch of makeup and stuff. Not only does he look younger here than he has in the past 2 decades, but his voice sounds younger. I love that fucking face right there. That's fucking perfect for that line. As far as the vocals go, I like the renewed sort of youthfulness to them. I like the new precision to them. I think that just comes from not drinking vodka for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I gotta be 100% honest. I do kind of miss the depth and the slurriness of previous Manson albums. Because, like, there's like a thinness to the voice now. It's a little bit more nasal. It's a little bit like has less depth to it. A little bit more high. Because you listen to recent Manson, fuck you, you know, and now it's a little bit more up. So, you know, and I like the precision, I like the production, but I do kind of miss a little bit of the dirtiness of the vocals on like the last 3 or 4 albums here. Can't remember where I hid the keys. A reason for me. If you go and watch any of these like live Manson shows that have been done, Manson's vocals when he's singing are like a little different, but Manson's vocals when he's screaming have like radically changed. And my understanding is that that's partially because he's now taking better care of the vocals, you know, using safer techniques and stuff, not straining the vocal cords and nodules as much as he once was. But I'm going to miss that fucking scream too. And you kind of hear sort of the new scream here. It definitely doesn't have the drive or the power, but it is capable of holding a melody a little better, so. I sure miss the Hollywood days of How the Mighty Have Fallen. I mean, dude, this sounds like it could have been on Hollywood. Actually, what this really sounds more like to me is an alternate universe where Manson didn't make Golden Age of Grotesque, but instead decided to develop the sound of Hollywood a little bit more, I think you'd have ended up somewhere around here. So I don't know what your little negative comment is about, because this sounds fucking great. I love that fucking that's so, I mean, one of the things I love about being a Marilyn Manson fan is every fucking album, you know, there's always that core sort of Manson stuff, but he always throws in a little something that's just like, I wouldn't have expected him to do that. And in this song, it's that little that little synth part that connects the two sections there. I think this song, by the way, primarily is my interpretation anyway, is about drugs, about drug addiction. But I think that is the most surface level interpretation with the chorus. So there probably is some sort of, you know, deeper layer of meaning, but I haven't sussed out what that is yet. But very on the surface, it does sort of seem to be about struggle with addiction, which, as we all know, Manson is sober these days. For how long? Who knows? I mean, you know, obviously, human to human, I'm hoping that he stays sober. But, like, you know, part of me, that nasty part, is kind of like, relapse? We'll see. I think it's kind of cool that, you know, he is incorporating a lot of his writings and notebooks and stuff into this video. And the visuals of this video, I think, are pretty top-notch. I think that his music continued to be very good and put forth a lot of effort, but his visuals, I think in like the last 10, 15 years have really kind of suffered. It seemed like the music videos became much more of an afterthought, much less effort put into them. And, you know, this seems like he actually gives a shit about this video. And, you know, making it look cool, keeping it visually diverse, showing us different, you know, scenery and imagery, and, you know, front loading it with meaning and then having all this subtextual meaning under that. That's, you know, the kind of Manson video that I like. It reminds me of, not so much of the Andy Gray Superstar era, but this video kind of reminds me a lot of the video for Disposable Teens. He's not quite as skinny as he was in his 20s. So, I mean, if you look at him, his face is definitely much thinner, more gaunt, more the Manson we remember. I mean, his body, it's thin. He's definitely lost a lot of weight, but he does still kind of have a little bit of a dad gut, but it's pretty easily concealed now with the right clothing, and it doesn't look embarrassing like it did. You know, and I'm a fat guy. I get it. And I think Manson eventually, if he had stayed fat, could have figured out a way to be fat Manson. Because the stuff he was doing to conceal it was really fucking what was making it super embarrassing, in my opinion. Like the stupid fucking turtlenecks. Even sadder was like drawing his fucking chin on, you know, like putting all this like shade on his neck to like show where his jawline would be. And it's like, Manson, come on. Like, insecurity is not a good look on you, bro. Just fucking, if you're gonna be fat, figure out a way to make the fat work for you. But he never fucking did. So it's a good thing he's gotten skinny again. I think Manson should try to stay skinny. He's definitely a dude that rocks skinny better than fat. Although I do think he could pull it off if he fucking stopped being insecure about it. But he doesn't have to worry about that now because he's fucking fixed the problem. Here comes my favorite shot in the video right here. Hey. Not yet, quite. Not quite yet. Almost. It's about right here. Yeah. That's fucking sick. That's great. And then I decided to fucking wrap it up with that. It looks fucking adorable there, all right? Like, come on. Let's be real. He just looks cute. I don't know what it is. I've never been one of these Manson fans that's like, always like, man, I want to Manson, or I want Manson to fuck me. And I'm still not. But I got to admit, he looks fucking adorable right here. I don't know what it is. It's like goth adorable. I'm pretty fucking pleased with the video. Pretty pleased with the song. Like I said, I do kind of miss the deeper, more slurry, you know, because he'd have, like, back in the, you know, he would have been, it'd have been like, can you sleep at night, you dream of me, you know. But look, we have that. That's gonna always be where it is, so that's fine. He's moved on. I can move on too. It's fine. I love it. I hope he has a couple of harder songs too on the new album. I'm sure he will. You know, rarely does the first single reflect the hardest the album will go. I do think that he's probably gonna have at least a few harder songs on there. Can he even perform his old scream vocals live anymore? He still does. It's definitely different now. The scream is more high. Like, everything about his new vocal range seems to be higher. So, I don't know. I don't think it's bad. And I guess it's healthier for his voice. So I'm all supportive of that. We don't want to the Steven Tyler incident, right? You know, I'm not even a big Aerosmith fan, but even I got a little choked up when I read the retirement thing. You know, it's like, oh, you know, his voice is just broken. He can't fix it. You know, it's like, oh shit. That's what a sad way to end such a long, illustrious goddamn career. So, yeah, you got to take care of those vocals. So I'm glad Manson's doing so. Are you seeing him this summer? I'm seeing him in a little bit. He's not. It's not that long now. I'll be seeing him. And, you know, this song's been doing pretty well. Topping the Apple Play rock charts and shit. I think got pretty good chart position on the just all genre chart. I think it was like in the 30s or something like that. You know, video on YouTube got 1 million views in like 3 days, I think. It's not too shabby. I hear metal vocalists burn out pretty quickly due to this. I mean, he hasn't burnt out quickly. Like, he's been doing it for a long time. It's kind of funny to all of a sudden start taking care of your voice at the age of 55. But hey, obviously Manson's trying to turn over a new leaf, start a new chapter, all that stuff. Seems like so far so good on the comeback. You know, hasn't really been a whole hell of a lot standing in the way of it. We'll see.